Police on the Streets. Choice FM's action against gun and knife violence.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is RB. You know what you're doing. You know what time it is out here. 96.9, 107.1. And I have to say, right, today's show is a blessing, right? Because we got two people here that are real. That's the only way I can describe it. And once you hear who they are, you know what I'm talking about. And you know what my show is about and what this is about. So first of all, hello to Maddox. What's up, Maddox?
You alright?
Yep. Right, and then we got the one called Jar Jar, Elijah. You here?
Yeah, what's happening? It's all good.
It's all good, right? Now, if you don't know, right, first of all, let them explain where they come from, because I know some of you right now going, what? I know these names, you know, but I'm not sure if they're really in choice right now. So, first of all, Maddox, explain a little bit about yourself so that people can understand.
Well, my name's Maddox. I'm born and grown in Brixton. Obviously, I come from a kind of criminal background. You know, getting into the usual stuff that people get into. You know, obviously I'm grown now, and through the years, I've linked up with my friend Jaja. You know, we come together, put our minds together, and come up with a legal hustle, so to speak.
Absolutely. And Jaja, let them know where you're from, brother.
Yo, there's Jaja, PDC, you know. Yeah, well, I'm one of the founders of the PDC crew. Some will say one of the biggest crews in the UK. I've had a mad life, as a lot of people probably have, and I've kind of put it to the whole mainstream. I'm saying, so we've turned our whole negative lifestyle into a positive one.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm about right now.
Okay, now, you know, everybody, the truth of the matter is, I mean, we're all grown people in here, so we all know what time it is. I grew up South London, I grew up Brixton as well. I lived Brixton Hill, at the top of Brixton Hill. And we know a lot of the same people.
Yep.
Right? So, let me ask, there's always a turning point in a young person's life that's on a certain road. Yeah, something that happens, something instrumental that makes you say, you know what, irrespective of how I could be living, I need to make a change now. What would you say was the change for both of you? What was that instrumental point that made you want to make changes?
Well, for me, I've been in prison a lot of times, you know, and the last few times, that's when my son was born.
Okay.
You know, so my son was part of the reasons why I had to change my life around, and also I was fed up of everything. You know, I was fed up of, like, not being able to do certain things because of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, I had to start, like, getting bank accounts and doing things I never used to do before. You know what I mean? Caring about things like that.
Yeah.
You know? Because I felt dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm an intelligent guy. They said it in school I was intelligent, like I got bare potential, but I chose to live a certain way because I was bored. I had nothing to do, no one directed me. Like, I could have been an actor for all I know, but there was no one telling me about that or directing me towards that. So I was just hype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Elijah?
Yeah, same. Boy, my kind of changing point was I've always wanted to do like business stuff and be like a businessman in the music, behind the scenes and all that. I've always wanted to do that, but obviously I didn't have the support around me at the time, so I just took the same kind of road that Maddox took. I'm saying, obviously, I didn't meet someone that said, I'm a property developer. I met someone that said, I sell drugs, and I have guns around, so that's the direction I kind of took. So when I went to prison the last time, I've done a business plan in prison, an accountancy course, and I got my education up. That's when I kind of said, you know what, it's about time. I'm going to like put this to work now and change up the whole kind of way we're doing things on the road.
Yeah.
That was kind of the main changing point for me.
Like, okay, you've got people out there that wouldn't understand the road life and what entices people to it. They don't really come from that environment. You know, they hear the stories about the fathers not being around or maybe not having somebody instrumental in their life. But then because of where they grew up, under the same circumstances, they probably wouldn't turn to the same thing, right? So could you help them understand how enticing, and keep it mad real, how enticing that road life is, as to why it is maybe we've even got the problem that we have today?
Yeah, I think when you're a young man growing up here and you say you ain't got like a father figure around you or no one around you that's gonna like talk to you and kind of show you things, and then some guys come around you and start talking about, we made this much money today. They show you a grand and they show you some new Nike trainers and they say, there's a Golf GTI and you
can get this now, so to speak. You get me?
And there's girl, and you always see them with nice girls, and they're doing this. You're saying, I want to be like these, man. I want to be like this. I'm saying this is what it's about. And if you ain't got no one to kind of show you, say, nah, fam, this way that goes, that road ends up like this. if you ain't got that person to kind of divert your way, then you're gonna go through you're gonna go through the same cycle, the same drugs, and probably you might get shot after. You're gonna shoot someone, you're gonna stab someone, you're gonna go to prison. I'm saying unless a right person comes around you and like kind of diverts you away from that.
Yeah.
And it's that one kind of mentor person that a lot of people need. If that one mentor person ain't there, I think that's the main concern, or I think that a lot of kids need, that one mentor person
that you respect and look up to.
Yeah.
And you have to remember also that between like 12 and say 25, there's a lot of energy inside that they don't know they've got. Yeah. This is why they end up fighting. This is why people are dying. There's a lot of energy inside that's not directed. Yeah. Like that energy could be directed towards being a footballer or a boxer or an actor or a dancer. Yeah. But when you're in the streets and you're in a deprived area, you won't think of dancing because those things are looked upon like, what's dancing? Forget that. You get me? So they will go to the hardest thing, the most extreme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then this, I guess this is, a prevalent question for both of you. Do you not feel that there are any role models out there? I mean, I understand about having a father figure. We all need to have that. My father came into my life. He was always there, but my dad was on road, right? Do you know what I mean? So, right, do you know what I mean? And hence the reason why I wasn't, because he always pushed me to be a different way, right? But my dad was known in Brixton, right? Do you know what I mean? I won't even say his name, but he's known in Brixton, right? Do you know what I mean? So, because he pushed me that way and pushed my brothers that way, right? We were quite lucky to have that, even though he wasn't around as much. He came more into the later part of my life. But I luckily had my uncle or people like that I could say, okay, my uncle was a singer at that time. Yeah. Right, do you know what I mean? So I used to watch him and he used to get all the girls. Same kind of thing, he got all the girls, blah, blah. So his whole thing was that, you can make people laugh. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And my thing was like, well, maybe that's my way. I had friends that were doing things on road that were saying, nah, man, don't make people laugh. You shot this or blah, blah. But they knew I wasn't really built that way. Do you know what I mean? Because not everyone's built that way as well.
You have to be real with yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be honest with yourself.
Do you know what I mean? But do you not feel there's any role models at the time when you guys were coming up? Like, was there no role models for you?
I was more... I was looking up to like the top shotters on road. Yeah, that was my role models. Like,
that's who's around. That's who's in touch with us.
Yeah.
There's other role models, but they're on TV, and to a youth that's inaccessible.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But the in touch role models, they was right there with us. We can talk to them. We could conversate.
Yeah. Like nowadays, I think there's more role models. Like, now there's starting to be more role models. Like you see. Like a man that you hear on radio, on TV, and you see him walking on the road. You see him walking down Brixton, or you see him walking down Peckham. So now it's getting a bit more better. Like, say, well, I want to be like him. He's from my estate, and look, and he's doing it. Now there's more role models like that, but before there wasn't really that much that you could say. Well, I might see him in Croydon shopping centre or something. I'm saying
not washed over.
You see it? That's what I'm saying. You see it?
Take a quick picture. You get me?
Yeah. No, but you know what it is, right? I think you're totally right, because I guess I've always tried to be a role model in a sense of show people that there's a different way. Yeah. But I know what you're saying where you say inaccessible. Yeah. Even